If you only have 20 minutes, it's absolutely perfect. We're going to work on not only flexibility, but also increase our balance skills today in a chair yoga section. Please have a chair that has no arms on the side of it. It'll make it a little easier to go through our moves today. My name is Mary. I'm glad you're here. Let's go ahead and begin, first of all, by hinging forward from your hips. Your back is nice and straight. Your forearms are on your thighs. Hands are clasped together gently. And we are going to take 5 breaths here, just allowing our low back to start to warm up and getting oxygen through our body today. Breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. We've got 2 more breaths here. And exhale, make sure that back is nice and straight from the top of your head to the base of your spine. Last breath in. And out, drop your chin towards your chest. Release your hands. Bring your hands to your knees and press yourself up. Now we are going to go a little deeper into your back. So my legs are widened. My hands are going to hold on to the center of my chair or reach to the floor as I hip hinge forward again. Mobility in those hips and low back is so important to keep our backs comfortable and keep us more mobile. Your fingers are reaching towards the floor at whatever capacity you have. You can be holding onto the front of your shins if that helps you to feel more stable. And perhaps you're one of those people that can go down to the floor. Wherever you are today is absolutely perfect. Take 3 breaths here. Let's breathe again. On your exhale, bring yourself upright. Let's walk your feet in so they're in front of your hips and bring your right foot up, crossing that lower leg over the left. I am holding on to the front of my shin and above my knee. Please don't press down on your knee. The action to help that hip is going to come when we take our breath in and exhale, hip hinge forward. You'll feel some opening happening around that hip. Breathing here. All right, one more breath. And exhale. Keep your leg right where it is. Place your hands on the side of your chair and point your elbows to the back wall. Shoulders automatically go back. And now you raise your chin gently towards the ceiling. We're working both ends of your spine, creating more length. Opening up all those tissues that might be taut and compressed together. One more breath here. All right, looking forward. Lower that leg. Hinging forward even more. Your left hand goes on your thigh. My right hand is going to sweep up to shoulder height. And now sweep across my body towards the left wall. We are creating more mobility in your mid and upper back, in addition to that low back. 4 more just like this. Breathe in. Exhale, sweep across. And just notice any different sensations you're feeling in your body as you're moving side to side with that hand. We have 2 more. Flexibility in our spine really affects our balance. Last one. Across. Bring that hand in. Press up. So your upper body is nice and tall, centered right over your hips. And now let's hold on to the side of our chair, lifting our right leg off the surface of the chair, out to the side and across. Out to the side and across. Out and across. More warmth happening in the tissues all around your hips. Your low back is really awakened. Open. Last time. Across. Uncross. Step very wide. Hands go down in the center, wherever your stopping place is. Find that length in your back. Your low back is straight. We have hinged forward from our hip. And we're breathing here. 2 more breaths. Hips affect backs. 1 more breath. All right, come upright and move those feet in so that feet are in front of your hip. Let's lift our left leg off the floor, holding onto the shin, perhaps on the side of your chair or above your knee. Take a breath in as you're sitting nice and tall. And hip hinge forward just until you feel that opening happening all around the side of your hip. You may not travel forward very far. 2 more breaths here. Please do respect any limits you might have with joint replacements. All right. Keep your leg elevated. Release your hands and place them on your chair. Point your elbows back. Your shoulders go back automatically. Lift your chin towards the ceiling. And we're now opening everything in the front of your torso. Breathing here, 2 breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, look forward. Release your leg to the floor. Let's hip hinge forward. Right arm is now going to rest on your right thigh. Left hand comes up to shoulder height. And we're going to sweep down and across and to the opposite wall. Breathe in as you elevate. Exhale as you cross. Breathe in as you lift that arm. Exhale as you cross and reach to the opposite wall. Notice any sensations you're having in your back or those hips. 2 more. Just like that, lift, sweep down and across. This last time coming up, lift, sweep down and across. Hold for 1 breath here. Beautiful. Release that arm down. Come upright. Get yourself centered. And now this left leg is going to lift up off the chair and sweep out and across, out and across, out and across. Bring that leg back down. Let's do a forward fold, sliding down the front of those shins. One breath here. Beautiful job. Bring yourself upright. Now let's bring our attention to our core. I'm going to turn my chair sideways for this first one. You sit forward slightly in your chair. Your hands are either going to be on the sides of your chair or on your shoulders. There's a space in between your back and the chair. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, you lean that back towards the chair back and come back to an upright position. So let's do that together. Lean back. Now in your belly, pretend you are blowing out a birthday candle. You don't do that extremely forcefully. It's a nice, easy breath, but there's some tension in your belly, and that's the amount of tension you want right now to support your trunk and back. 4 more. All movement comes from our core and our hips, so we need those areas to be very strong and very flexible, which is what we've done to this point in our session. One last lean back and upright. Very nice. Take 2 breaths here as I turn my chair. Now we're not done with your core. We're going to do one more move. It's called half of a boat pose. So I'm going to keep my left foot on the floor. I am sitting back in my seat, so I have the back support if I need. And to do boat pose, you are simply lifting one knee towards your chest, release and lift the opposite, and repeat. We are holding that knee up for a count of 2, switching to the opposite leg. Again, your belly button is brought in gently towards your backbone. Breathing nice and evenly here. So important to have strong muscles in our trunk. We have 2 more on each leg. Make sure you're breathing. And release. 1 more on each side. And last part of boat pose. Lower the foot, lower the other, and go down in a forward fold. 2 breaths here. Beautiful. Now I am going to stand, and I invite you to stand with me, although you can do this movement from your chair if you turn sideways and hold on to the chair back with one hand. For those of you who are joining me upright, I'm standing beside my chair back, and I am pretending that there is a giant clock face on the floor. My feet are right in the center, and my outside leg is going to step, and I'm going to transfer some weight into the stepping leg. My leg just stepped on number 12. Now my leg is going to go out slightly to number 11 and all around the clock face. So join me if you would please. Left leg steps forward to 12 and back. Steps out to 11. Notice I'm putting some weight in that leg. If all you can do right now is put your toe out there without a weight shift, It's the beginning of greater balance. Out to 9. Back slightly, back to 8. And back to 7. And now I'm going to step straight back to number 6. And center. Good job. Okay, let's do the same thing on the opposite side of our body. This leg is going to step forward to the same number 12 and back. Out slightly to 1 and back. 2 and back. Why are we doing this? To develop our balance, not only as we are walking forward, but in all sorts of different body positions. So important. Back more and behind. Step together. You did a great job. Let's go back to a seated position. If you did that move seated, hooray, we created so much more mobility and flexibility in those hips. All right, let's lift that right knee. Rotate the knee out, and you can either hold under your leg, or I am going to grab my big toe and extend my leg out for further length in the back side of the leg. Holding it here for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, bring the leg forward, and 4. Bicycle pumps. Just like this, you're on your bicycle. 3, 4. Bring the knee up, grasp under the thigh and cross the leg over. Extend if you're able and rotate that ankle. Beautiful job. Let that leg open one more time. The opposite foot goes behind. The hip is open. The hands are at heart center. We have been working the front and the back of the hip. So important for balance. Warrior position. Coming down into humble warrior. Bring your body back up and come center. All right, we're going to lift our left leg and holding under that thigh or holding onto the big toe. Again, we're creating length on the back side of that left leg. Holding it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that finger from your toe, crossing it over, rotating, and reverse. Bringing this foot out to the side. Opposite foot extends behind, opening your hip. Bowing into humble warrior. Bring yourself back upright. Body comes to the center. Let's reach up and breathe in. Bring those hands down in the center. We have visited 3 different kinds of function in your body: flexibility, balance, and strength. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Exhale, bringing those hands down in front. Last one. Breathe in. Hands come down in front. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed this practice, please feel free to share it, subscribe. Will help this channel grow and reach more people. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.